5 things a female covert narcissist would never admit. In today's video, we will talk about 5 things your female covert narcissist ex would never ever admit. So let's start the video. Number 1. Acknowledging their toxic relationship patterns. In an ideal world where a narcissist could see themselves for who they really are, they might say something like, "At the beginning of our relationship, I love bombed and showered you with affection. Just like I've done with all my previous partners. I made you believe you were my soulmate, but deep down, I knew it was just part of my toxic relationship cycle. I was never capable of providing an authentic connection. I don't feel love like others do. Eventually, when you couldn't meet my unrealistic expectations, I turned against you." Hearing something like this would help you understand that their behavior wasn't personal but part of a destructive pattern. Unfortunately, narcissists will never admit this because it would force them to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves, something they desperately avoid. It's essential to remember that their inability to have a healthy relationship is rooted in their disorder, not in anything you did wrong. Understanding this can help you break free from self-blame, stop ruminating, and move on with your life. Number 2. Admitting their self-centered nature. Imagine how healing it would be to hear a narcissist say, "Once I had you hooked, you would do almost anything for my love and approval. I knew how to manipulate you, using your empathy and guilt to make you cater to my endless needs. I was always focused on myself, my needs, my desires, my entitlement, while dismissing your needs entirely. When you needed me to give back, I would conveniently disappear." Of course, you will never hear this from a narcissist because it would destroy their carefully crafted victim identity. Narcissists act purely to fulfill their own needs and desires, often at the expense of others. Their behavior is rooted in a deep-seated need for control and manipulation. Understanding this can help you see through their tactics and realize that their actions have nothing to do with you and everything to do with their need for dominance and validation. Number 3. Acknowledging their lack of empathy. In a fantasy world, it might be healing to hear a narcissist say, "I'll try to put myself in your shoes and imagine what it felt like to be strung along in a chaotic, one-sided relationship. But wait, I can't. I don't feel empathy, especially not for romantic partners. I'm great at pretending to be empathetic to keep up my facade, but in reality, any empathy I do feel is reserved for myself." Narcissists will never admit this because it would mean shattering their victim identity and confronting the fact that they lack empathy. This is a fundamental aspect of their disorder. They cannot genuinely feel empathy for others, and they certainly won't acknowledge it. Recognizing this can help you detach emotionally and stop waiting for them to show remorse or change. Understanding their lack of empathy is crucial for breaking the trauma bond and healing. Number 4. Apologizing for lies, deceit, and abuse. Imagine a narcissist admitting, "I lied and deceived you throughout our entire relationship. When you tried to call me out on it, I used defense mechanisms to avoid accountability and keep you loyal. The truth is, I never saw you as anything more than a tool to meet my needs. I justified my actions by convincing myself I was protecting myself from you." Obviously, a narcissist will never own up to this. Their deceitful behavior is often instinctive, but it's also intentional and self-serving. Whether they realize it or not, they are masters of manipulation and deception. By understanding the web of lies they created, you can begin to see the relationship for what it was, a dynamic built on deceit, not love. This realization can help you break free from any lingering sense of loyalty and focus on your own healing and well-being. Number 5. Admitting to gaslighting. In an ideal world, the narcissist might say, "Yes, I manipulated situations to confuse you and make you doubt yourself. I wanted to maintain control over your mind and emotions. I'd often make you feel like you were at fault even when you were right. Sometimes I'd even mess with your things to make you think you were losing your mind. I used gaslighting to protect my ego and deny reality." Of course, you'll never hear a narcissist admit to gaslighting. They lack the insight, and admitting to this behavior would destroy their sense of superiority. Narcissists rely on gaslighting to control and manipulate their partners, distorting reality to maintain their power. Knowing this can help you break free from the confusion and regain control over your own reality. It's important to understand that their gaslighting was a tactic to control you, not a reflection of your worth or sanity. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe to our channel.